All right, goats in a bad way, Christopher. Week 16, your favorite segment of the week. We got a trivia question. Here we go. After Ian Book's defeat last night, Notre Dame quarterbacks have lost 24 straight starts in the NFL. Who was the last Notre Dame quarterback to win an NFL start?
Wow. I got to think it's Brady Quinn.
Play the horns. With the Chiefs
good.
back in 2012, Brady Quinn gets the victory. That must have been late in the year after Todd Haley was fired and Romeo Crennel took over in 2012. Was that 2012? Or no, that wasn't. That was 11 when Haley got fired. Anyway, you win. You get it right. You got the first pick.
All right. Well, I guess I'll lead off with Baker Mayfield and, some of them, 4 interceptions. And again, the last one I'll say, he kind of got screwed over. I do think it was defensive pass interference. But either way, 3 interceptions in the first half, Christmas Day, big game. Again, we've talked about Cleveland so many times. It's just like, can they consistently rely on their pass game and Baker Mayfield week after week, game after game? And that's iffy with Baker Mayfield at times. It is. He's got talent. He can make some throws where you go, wow, and all that. But it's still all over the place. And the first half of the game the other day was all over the place. They showed they were definitely capable of competing and if not beating the Green Bay Packers. But you give Aaron Rodgers and company the short field that many times early on in the football game and don't give your offense opportunities and give away points right there where you're kind of in field goal range, you're going to lose the game. So goat in a bad way goes to Baker Mayfield. I mean, those are some bad interceptions right there.
I feel bad for the guy because he was on COVID reserve. He hadn't practiced. He flew separately to Green Bay.
Right.
But you know what? If you're going to suit up and play, you got to be ready to go, and he wasn't ready to go with the 4 interceptions. I'm going to go Jimmy G. We talked about him earlier in the program. He has the thumb injury. It happened after the first interception. Both were ugly. Both were impactful. Both held back the 49ers from a game that they could have won. And Jimmy G, my number one choice for goat in a bad way.
Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, yes, he cost them the football game, plain and simple. There's no other way around that. Next, here it is, just to revisit it. There you are, controlling the game. Absolute control, dominating. And to throw an interception like that or miss these points here, which is another guaranteed, walk-in touchdown. Walk-in. And then, of course, this interception that leads to a touchdown for the Tennessee Titans. So a lot of plays left on the board. My next one, I'm gonna go to the Jacksonville offensive coaches, Darrell Bevell, that group right there, for the way they managed the end of the game against the Jets the other day. All right, they get all the way down there on the goal line with a chance to score late in the football game. They throw a pass, right? Okay, first off, they throw a pass on first down that's short of the end zone, where you go, what do you do when you got no timeouts? You got to throw the ball in the end zone. Second down, guess what they do? They do it again. And it should have been intercepted, but the ball went through C.J. Mosley's hands, and Marvin Jones caught the ball. And now on third down with 19 seconds left, they decide to spike it. 19 seconds, you could still call a play, throw a play, and have it. Horrible management. They get nothing, obviously. So I guess I'll go with Darrell Bevell as my goat in a bad way there.
Yeah, I don't think he has to worry about becoming the permanent head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars as a result of the interview process. I'm going to go with Cliff Kingsbury, another coach, the Cardinals coach. This team is in a free fall right now. They have lost 4 straight home games, 3 straight games overall. They were getting a lucky break with a Colts team ravaged by COVID. And I don't know what's wrong with the Cardinals now. They've lost it. And now they're going to walk into a buzzsaw on Sunday against the Dallas Cowboys. Now that the Cowboys have rediscovered their offensive swagger, this could be a reverse of what we saw last year on a Monday night when the Cardinals just rolled up the Cowboys, Chris. So it's not looking good for the Cardinals now. I think they could finish 10-7. I really do.
Yeah.
It would be something. And Cliff Kingsbury can end up back on the hot seat. He was coach of the year a few weeks ago. He could be back on the hot seat by the time it's all said and done.
Yeah, well, you lose 4 out of 6, and some of those to teams where you go, what? You lost to the Panthers by 34-10, a little more than a month ago. You lost to the Lions, and not didn't lose, got dominated by the Lions. Yeah, that's not a good look. They are falling apart there. There's no doubt. There's some concern there in Arizona for sure.
All right, one more round. Goats in a bad way, week 16. There are the first 2. Christopher, you're up.
All right, well, man, this is a tough one because the Seahawks are on my mind a little bit. The Chargers' defense to a degree. I guess I guess if I'm going to throw one here, I'm going to throw it out. I'm going to make Big Ben go in a bad way. All right? And just from the
Oh, poor Ben.
I know. I feel bad. But I guess it's just the way they start the game. It kind of set the attitude. The fact of, hey, the Chiefs go down, score a touchdown. You're Big Ben. You know, you're supposed to realize the animal in which you're playing here. The Kansas City Chiefs at home. Defense has kind of been on fire. You know you can't make mistakes as a football team if you want to win. And you call a flea flicker and you just throw it like the guy's wide open. And before you blink an eye or even break a sweat, you're down 14-0 on the road to Kansas City. Night-night. Game's over. Bye-bye. I guess that's where I look at it, and that's just a bad one there.
Night-night, bye-bye to Mike Zimmer. It's just a matter of time before he's out in Minnesota. Justin Jefferson came out after the game when they lost to the Rams on Sunday, and they didn't blow a lead on Sunday because they never had a lead. Jefferson said the energy wasn't there in the first half. That's an indictment of the coaching staff, and there have been too many occasions this year where the Vikings lose focus, they fall flat, and they fall apart. And usually it happens late in the game. This time around, it happened early in the game. You got everything in front of you. You got a home crowd. You got the Rams coming to town. If you can't get your team up for that game, you got a problem. And I think the Vikings have many problems, Chris, and it's just a matter of time before they're going to be looking for a new coach.
Yeah, you're probably right, Mike. Zimmer's had a good run, but it seems like it's kind of leaning that way.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.